Let me go to Kenny Deary, who joins me from Galway Chamber, and he joins me on the line. Kenny Deary, good morning to you. You've been listening to the debate there patiently, and sorry for the delay in getting to you. What's your reaction if the judicial review goes ahead?
Well, certainly if it goes ahead, Keith, I don't think there's surprise, but there's considerable anger. The ABP or the Onboard Pleanála process was long and weighty, and it was considered, that so much effort had gone into the contributions and making sure that the decision of ABP was robust. I think if we listen to, and it really actually, and I don't use the word maddens me oftenly, but it maddens me when I hear Senator O'Reilly throwing out that 3% figure, which, as Sean correctly pointed out, as Senator Coyne pointed out, that's a total distortion in terms of the usage of the ring road. And I think critically here, there's a strategy in place. The ring road is part of that strategy, which is government policy. There's also a whole raft of bus connects, cycle infrastructure, rail upgrades, etc. It's not a pick or choose. Government policy, of which Senator O'Reilly's party is part of government at the moment, is that we deliver on the Galway transport strategy. The ring road is a core enabler of that and a huge driver of infrastructure in the region. The point that was made that the traffic is a city centre issue. Say that to the thousands of cars that are coming in the Headford Road, the Tuam Road, coming in from Clare each day, coming in from East Galway and coming in from Connemara. There's actually, I would think at the moment, the business community looking at this, and there has been some frustrations for some time. But Senator O'Reilly, as the lead advocate against, I would say, the ring road, is really not connected with the reality of the lives that people are living at the moment and the experiences people are having when we're talking about, city centre buses. They're an important part, but also we need a ring road. We need bus connects to be able to go out to park and ride facilities so that those who are commuting in the wider region do have genuine alternatives. But at the moment, they don't have that. And this suggestion, as was put forward on last night's news by Senator O'Reilly, that, there's buses and public transport as an alternative, that's not a viable alternative. It's part of the overall solution, but that solution is enabled with the delivery of a ring road. So to be honest, Keith, now, the business community is very frustrated at this process. Particularly within IDA companies, for example, those FDI investments that are very important to us. All those companies have to report back to their boardrooms across the world on a quarterly basis. How are things going in Galway and the competitiveness of Galway as opposed to other locations? And I think we need to seriously look at what do we want when we're attracting these types of investments. We need to be able to deliver infrastructure in a timely manner. And I'm afraid, this is a perfect example of where we're not doing that. And that's not being enabled by local elected representatives who are distorting the facts to suit a particular argument and not taking the wider context into view.
Well, we know that, and we've been covering it for many years, the Parkmore situation, and I drove through it recently over a weekend. I couldn't believe how large the Parkmore estate was itself. It really has grown. We do know the traffic problems there have caused grave concerns to the Parkmore businesses in the past. We know it's been looked on from on high and from abroad. The fact that staff couldn't get out to collect children or couldn't get in to go to work. So I know that was addressed by Brenda McGrath, the council, and that's kind of easing at certain times of the day. I'm told that there's still some pinch points there. So yes. We just need, though, we first have to wait to see what the judge says next week. And then if it goes to judicial review route, we have to let the courts take this task and run with it and see where it goes from there. If it doesn't, then I think we're back then to square one where we were when Onboard Pleanála gave that ruling, and then we have to wait and see what happens from there.
We do have frustrations with that, Keith, and I think the fact that the Parkmore estate and indeed many developments around Galway are getting bigger is a testament to Galway and its attractiveness as a location. There are many, many positive things that are drawing companies into Galway: talent, our education system. There are so many positives. The fly in the ointment has been our ability to deliver infrastructure in a timely way. And many of the easements, for example, in Parkmore, where traffic has been eased, it's been with simple solutions that have been trying to help move things along. And certainly we welcome those. And also the HR managers of many of the companies changing shifts and rosters to allow staff come in and out. And actually they have done as much as they can to proactively try and stem the congestion by releasing people at different points during the day and the night. All these things go in the right direction, but they're fiddling around the edges. What we need is this piece of infrastructure. It's an 18-kilometre carriageway. to absolutely drive the change that we need for the city and to create the capacity within the city centre then to actually do all the good items that we're talking about this sustainable urban centre. 5 cross-city bus connects, cycling infrastructure, pedestrianisation, and of course the upgrade of Cant and the railway line to Oranmore and Athenry. All of those will be game changers, but this is a central cog in that wheel, and anyone who thinks it's not really is distorted.
All right, thank you for joining us. Kenny Deary joining us there from Galway Chamber, Chief Executive of Galway Chamber.